Hello, hello, good morning. My name is Kat. Here, let me just move this back a little. And we're here at Mystic Fitness with some flow yoga for you. I hope everyone is doing well, staying warm. This is definitely the season, the time of year where that inward drawing in is very strong in all of us. So it's really important for us to be able to find ways to open up, especially with everything going on in the world and how there is this, I think, confusion and this uncertainty. We're always here as a place for you to come back to anytime you need to. So whether you're joining us in person, and I do want to let you know, as numbers rise for COVID, we've always been very safe. So we wear masks, we have our distance. If you haven't been in the studio, we encourage you to, I think there's a couple of videos of tours that we have. So we have all these numbers on the floor so that we can space people out so that you're that maximum distance away from each other. We also have our on-demand library, both on Instagram and on Facebook. So for whatever reason, if you do not want to join us in person, please feel free, join us on our library, and then reach out to us. Let us know who you've watched, who you've practiced with. It's really important for us, and you are the fuel that keeps us going. So without you, we would just be these people practicing. And so it's really important for us, as much as it is for you, to have this community. We have our Venmo, and anything that you feel that you want to contribute to Mystic Fitness, we really, really appreciate it. It goes a lot farther than you could ever know. And in gratitude, we thank you so much in advance for that. Regardless, we're here for you. So I hope you all know that. And I can't stress enough how important it is for us to come back to that community. So my name's Kat, and I'm going to be guiding you through this practice for today. I want you to take your time with it. We're going to be going through a couple different sets. Because it's so cold, my thought for today is this balancing and warming up. So we're going to be working with some very specific movements. We're going to be working on stabilizing. And so it's going to be this nice little connection to get those muscles really engaged and to get our mind engaged and to notice how we approach what it is that we're doing. So let's get into a comfortable position. Whether you choose to be seated, you might bring a block underneath your hips, or you might choose to lie down on your back. And let your eyes close. Let your muscles soften. Notice all of the points on your body that make contact with the earth, with your mat underneath you. And just become aware of any sensations. Become aware of any feelings, any thoughts that start to just come up to the forefront of your awareness. With the uncertainty of life, there is this foundation that we hope to build with yoga that allows for us to just step back and to become that observer. Observe your body in meditation. The act of breathing, the act of just being here. What does it feel like to be you in this moment? What kind of effort did it take for you to arrive? For you to show up? What are those lingering thoughts or questions that are going on within your mind? I want you, as we're just taking a few moments right here, to think about a place that makes you feel really safe. It could be a place within your mind, it could be a physical place, it could be an object that you like to have with you. I want you to notice what it feels like for you to be with that place and with that thing. And really transform your body to be there. Let that feeling of comfort and support just wash over you. Now, continue to think about that place, and I want you to take in all of the smells. So start to let that breath grow. Maybe there's a gentle flaring of your nostrils as you inhale. And as you exhale, follow that breath out. Inhaling. And exhaling. As you're breathing and inhaling as much as you can, notice the belly. Notice if there's any resistance. I think for so many of us, we hold our abdomens in, I think, because we're ready for a bikini shot at any point. And so for many of us, we're holding our abdominals in. There's that resistance that's always there, even when we feel relaxed. So I encourage you to just let that belly expand, create that Buddha belly. This can be a tender area because we digest our food here. Some of us digest the world here. So it seems natural for us to want to protect. Give yourself just 2 more breaths. Again, noticing that residual tension that we hold. And see if you can just lean into those sensations. And 1 more breath. I encourage you to take your time as you come up into a seated position. You might choose to remove the block. As you come up to seated, just start to circle the neck around. As it gets colder, I always notice that the shoulders come forward a lot more. We try to almost hide inside of our own skin. And with all of the muscles in the neck, you never really want to force these muscles to open because they will do the exact opposite of what you want. They'll tighten up rather than release. So just be smooth about it. And when you're ready, just going in that opposite direction. Noticing that like sand-like sound that might be going through the neck or the shoulders. And coming into center, start to let those shoulders circle around a few times. So as more holidays start to come towards us, Hanukkah, Christmas, the New Year, that instinct to want to be with family and friends gets really strong, especially as we're shooting towards the shortest day of the year. We want to find ways to bring us joy and go in the opposite direction. Holidays don't necessarily even have to fall on a certain date. You know, maybe in February when we're sick of the cold, or March, it might be a beautiful opportunity to celebrate getting together then. Coming into center on your inhale, let those arms reach up to the sky. The gaze can go up towards the sky. As you exhale, flip the hands, drop chin to chest. Inhale, those arms stretch up to the sky, broaden the chest, look up, and on your exhale, flip the hands, chin to chest. One more time, inhale, reach up tall. This time as you exhale, hands will come to our heart space. Gently bow your chin, closing your eyes if they're not already. Notice that gentle beating of your own heart. Notice palm against palm. Come back to that place of safety, of support, anytime you need to. We're going to open our practice with an Om. So let's first take a cleansing breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. May you stay connected to breath. May you stay in this moment. Let's bring ourselves into our tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees and hips they're stacked. Finding just a few cats and cows. Tailbone will lift, maybe some wiggling of the tailbone as you exhale. Round the back, press it up to the sky. Inhale, tailbone lifts, chest opens. And on your exhale, round the back, press it up to the sky, arch it as much as you can. 2 more times, lift the tailbone, open up the heart space, and exhale to round. And 1 more time, lifting that tailbone, opening up the chest, and exhale to round. In this rounded position, just rock your body forwards and backwards a few times. As you shift forwards and backwards in this arched position, you might notice the tenderness within the lower back. And we're rocking so that as you press those hips back towards the heels, you're encouraging that lower back to open up without forcing it. It brings a little bit more blood flow. And we're just going to drop those hips towards your heels to come into your child's pose. Knees can open as wide as it feels comfortable. Chest can sink down to the floor. You can bring a block or support underneath the chest or the head if you need to. And just let that forehead rock from side to side. Again, come back to the belly, the residual tension that we have, that we hold. What are you holding in? Take your arms and we're going to reach them over to the right side of your mat. That left hand is pressing down into the ground and you're trying to press your hips back towards your heels, creating just a little bit more resistance within the body. Take a deep breath in. Let that breath cradle any of those sharp edges that you feel to soften it out. On your inhale, let's come back to center, and then as you exhale, walk the hands up and over to the left side. That right hand is reaching just a little bit further. The left elbow can be bent and that left shoulder can be soft. Take a deep breath in and out. On your inhale, we'll bring ourselves back to center, extending those arms forward. Press yourself up, tabletop position. Walking those hands, one handprint forward, circle out the hips, the ribs, the shoulders. Getting as big or as small as it feels comfortable for you. Even shifting forwards and backwards can feel quite nice with on the hips, the shoulders, and we just get used to the weight being on our wrists. Take 2 more breaths to explore. And 1 more. And we'll come into our tabletop position. Get nice and even with this positioning. You're gonna let that right knee come to a hover. And then we're gonna lift that knee up to the right side and lower it down. And lift it up and lower it down. I'm gonna look at my clock so I stay really true with this. For 30 seconds, you're lifting and lowering. I want you to squeeze into that right glute as you lift and lower. We're through 10 seconds. We lift, we lower. We're working on strengthening the hip. We're working on mobility within the joints, strength within our lower back, and we're breathing. Give yourself another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up at the top. We're going to pulse it for 15 seconds, just up and down and up and down. Little 2-inch pulse, 1-inch pulse. If you have to drop down onto that left elbow, you do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up as high as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that knee down to the ground. Take a deep breath in, relax the shoulders. We're going to do it on the other side. So hands under the shoulders, right knee on the earth, left knee comes to a hover. Stay true with my time. Knee lifts and lowers, and lifts and lowers. So we lift, and the fun part about doing it on the second side, fun is in air quotes, you just can't see it right now, is the fact that you're going to feel it on that right side too, because we just worked it. So it's almost like you get a little bigger bang for the buck. We lift and lower, lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, pulse it out, 15 seconds. Just lift and lower, lift and lower. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those abs. Keep it going for your last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, higher, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that down. It's a blast, right? A little booty blast. Relax those hips down. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, come on up. Tabletop position. Now that right foot is gonna press up to the sky. The knee is bent. Flex the foot. Now we're pressing that foot up to the sky and then curling the knee into the chest. Press it up to the sky and then curl the knee into the chest. Lift it up and curl. Lift it up and curl. Time started 5 seconds ago. Lift it up and curl. Lift it up and curl. So squeeze the glutes at the top. Every time you lift that foot up, I want you to imagine you're pressing a buzzer with your heel straight up to the sky. Now focus on your core. Abs are drawn in. We're supporting the rest of our body for our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up, pulse it 15 seconds, pulse, 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 pulse. Notice what happens within the hands, within the neck. Relax it for your last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax that knee down. Move the neck, the head, the shoulders. And we're going to do it on the left. So this is about that kind of balance. How do you face what's going on within your body? Lift that left foot up. We press up, knee into the chest. Press up, knee into the chest. Press up. Finding your full range of motion, squeezing into that left glute. We lift up what gravity takes away from us, and that's what gravity does our whole life. Just tries to pull us down. It's the weakest force in the whole universe, and it's there, and it's constant. So imagine if you always have something trying to pull you down. We have to find that engagement of our muscles to keep our body lifted up. Full range for our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, 15 seconds, pulse. Squeezing the glute. How do you face a challenge? How do you make it feel more? How do you pull back to make it feel a little bit less? Do you take breaks? It's all good. This is your practice. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, static positioning. Full range, pulse, static. Fun balance. 2 and 1. Drop it down. Knees open, circle those hips. Take a deep breath in and out. Coming into center, hands walk forward, tuck the toes, inhale. As you exhale, press those hips back and up. Come into your downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, bending one knee, bending the other. Take a lot of time with it, wiggling the hips. Notice how much more movement you have within the body. In this upside down V position, V for victorious, we are, because we're here. Victory doesn't have to mean we're winning every single battle. A victory can be something as small as a feeling of feeling happy, of feeling good, of just meeting ourselves where we are. Take a deep breath in and out. On your inhale, roll forward into your plank. And on your exhale, press yourself back, super soft down dog. 2 more times. Inhale, roll forward into plank. And exhale, super soft down dog. Last time. Roll forward into your plank. Pause here. Lower down onto the right elbow. And then the left. Pausing, squeezing. Deep breath in. And out. 2 more. Deep breath in. And out. Drop those hips. Tuck the pelvis as much as you can. Last breath. And out. Come on to the right palm. Come on to the left. Knees to earth first time. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lower down so that those elbows skim the ribs. Chest hits before the belly. Coming down onto the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, head, shoulders lift up. Gaze stays down. Think about the length in the back of the neck. On your exhale, release down. Inhale, press up, tabletop. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. On your inhale, bending those knees, look forward. Walk, hop, or step your feet to the front of your mat, forward fold. Elbows can come to the thighs, head can relax. Shaking it out, yes, no. You can bend and straighten those legs as much as you want to just open up the hips. Open up the hamstrings. And then bending those knees, we'll roll up to standing. Arms will circle sweep up to the sky. And on your exhale, hands can come to our heart space. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, hands come to our heart space. One more time. Inhale, circle sweep arms up to the sky. Exhale, sink into your chair. So we're going to be doing a little bit of this dynamic motion from being in our chair to standing on our toes. So from here, arms reach up to the sky, lift up so that the heels are lifted. As you exhale, let them come down, excitement down, like you're throwing something down onto the ground. Inhale up, exhale, inhale up, exhale down, up, and down, and up, and down. So think about, we create sometimes mountains out of molehills, and sometimes you just need to smash that idea. I'm breathing through my nose. So especially as you come here to the studio, we're working on changing our own breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Our last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, lift those heels. And then exhale, hands come to heart space. Take a deep breath in. And out, release those hands. All right. So we're going to go into that 3, 2, 1 thing that we were doing from before. Right foot is going to anchor into the ground. That left leg, we are going to step it back into a lunge, really far back, and then step it forward. Easy peasy. Keeping it on the same side. I'll be true about my time. 5 seconds already done. Hands can go to hips. And I really want you to think about taking that left knee, bringing it almost down to the ground. Thing I love about this studio, we have mirrors on 2 sides of the room, because sometimes we do something so many times. You have 5 seconds before I keep talking. 2, stand up tall. Okay, now bend both knees. Yep, anchor down. This is where we find the stability first, that static pose. So lift up, if you can, that left heel. Notice what it feels like, single leg exercise right here, that right leg taking the brunt of that action. Hands to hips, sink down lower. Now lift up the left toes. All right, now that left foot is going to have a job to do. Here we go. Steps back, tap it forward. Back and forward. 15 seconds. Sink down lower into this position. Use your breath. You have 7 seconds left. We can do this. Sink down lower. Press into that right heel. 2 and 1. Tap it forward. Relax those hands down and roll up to standing. Arms circle sweep up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Hands come to our heart space. Are you ready? We're going to do it on the other side. Left foot anchors into the ground. That right foot is going to lift, hands to hips. We're going to step it back really far, drop that knee as close as you can to the ground, and then step it forward. This is about the quality of movement that you have, not the quantity. So what is the quality at which we move our body? Let me look at the time so I don't make you go for 2 minutes, which is my MO. We drop it down, stand up. Think about pressing into that left foot, the heel, a little bit into the ball of the foot. As you stand up, can you stand up tall? You have 10 seconds left. How do you use these 10 seconds? Each moment, this is life. This is life. This is life. Embrace it. 2 and 1. step it forward. All right, drop the heel down, sink down. Okay, lift that right heel, anchor into that left leg. Embrace what it feels like to work the body. Embrace that, it's part of life. Lift up that right foot, hands to hips. Good job, now tap it back, tap it forward. 15 seconds. So the thing about the mirrors here is that sometimes our body can lie to us because we've done something so many times, it thinks that's the norm. Sink down lower, tap it forward, get a little faster with the foot, see what that feels like. For 3, 2, and 1, step it forward, hands to thighs, round to come up. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. Bend those knees, inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins, come into a halfway lift. Press the hips back, crown of the head forward. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step your feet to the back of your mat, come into your plank. Now, knees to earth or not, whatever feels right for you, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, lower down, either all the way down or halfway down, protecting the chest, protecting the shoulders, lower back. Inhale, come to your either baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Whatever you do, anchor into the glutes, squeeze those quads, fire up the whole body. And exhale, we'll make our way into our downward facing dog, either through tabletop or not, pressing back, pedal the feet. Take the biggest breath in that you can take. Breath is possibility. Breath is life. Are you taking in as much possibility, as much life as you can? We try to as much as we can, right? One more breath in and out. On your inhale, reach that right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, curl the knee into the chest. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale over to the right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale up. And exhale, step it to the front of your mat. Finding our lunge, that right knee is stacked over the ankle. That left leg is straight, or knee on the ground, whatever feels right for you. Squeeze front leg and back leg in towards each other. Squeeze it in. Now use that left hand either straight on the ground or on a block. And on your next inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Squeeze front leg and back leg in towards each other as you twist. Notice what that feels like. How much energy can you put in the rest of your body? Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, right hand comes down to the ground. You're going to lift your hips up and step left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, stand up tall, arms circle sweep up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart space. Feet hips distance apart. You're going to inhale down and exhale, stand up. Inhale down and exhale, stand up. 30 seconds. So you can circle those arms if you have
30 seconds and counting.
Ooh, my timer's going to do it for me. That's great. All right. I like it when technology just starts to do things. So you can start to go a little faster. Maybe circling those arms up doesn't feel great. That's okay. You have 10 seconds left. I wonder what will happen for this alarm. That's exciting. So we're going to hold it down. And one, hold it down at the bottom. Oh, it just buzzes me. That's less than exciting. Okay, hold it down at the bottom. We're going to pulse it out for 15 seconds. Reach those arms forward, palms down. See what that feels like. Draw those abs in. You have 7 seconds left. Breathe. All right, hold it down as low as you can. Go down lower. Come down lower with me for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. Inhale, reach those arms up. Palms together. Exhale, slide them behind the back of the head. Bend the knees, tuck the pelvis, broaden that chest. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. And then exhale, hinge forward. Forward fold. Sliding your hands to your shins, come into your halfway lift. And on your exhale, hands to earth, step back into your plank. Holding this plank. All right, come down onto that left forearm. Come down onto the right forearm. Pausing here, shift forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. Just 5 times. 3, 2, 1. Find that neutral position. Draw those abs in. Now push left palm, right palm. Deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to your down dog through tabletop or not. Maybe child's pose. We're going to take 5 breaths right here. Notice the heart racing. How do we slow that down? Again, we might not have control over many things in this world, but the one thing that we can corral, it's not control, it's to corral, is our own breath. So a long, slow breath in. It's a muscle like anything else, and we're just using it, working it. We'll meet in our downward facing dog when you're ready. All right, left leg reaches up to the sky, inhale. And on your exhale, curl the knee into the chest, roll forward. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, over to that left armpit, left elbow. Inhale up. And exhale to the right. Inhale up. And exhale forward. Having those blocks ready if you need them. Right knee can also go down to the ground if that feels better for you. Squeeze front leg and back leg in towards each other. Admire your own strength. And then also the strength to pull back. That's strength of another kind. It's, instead of pushing forward, it's to pull back. Root down onto that right arm, either on a block or straight underneath onto the mat. And on your inhale, left arm up to the sky. Squeeze front leg and back leg in towards each other. Maybe lower those hips. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, release the hand down. Lift those hips. Step right foot forward to meet the left. Forward fold. Take a deep breath in here. And out. Bending those knees. Inhale. We'll roll you up to standing. Arms circle sweep up to the sky. And exhale. Hands come to our heart space. Bend those knees, inhale, arms circle, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, sink into your chair. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Notice the difference between moving slow, moving fast. How much more can you connect? This isn't necessarily about having this yoga journal body. It's about working ourselves from the inside out to see how we face a challenge. How do we face movement? How do we face what is essential to our bodies? That's breath. That's awareness. 2 more times. Just move with the breath. let it feel good. Let it be this breath of gratitude to wash over your body. I am grateful. Thank you so much, body. Sink down into your chair. Move the head, the neck, the shoulders. Take one more deep breath in and out. Inhale, stand up tall. As you exhale, hinge down, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins, come into your halfway lift. And exhale, release hands down, step back into a little bit more of a tabletop position. You can even drop those knees down for a second and press back if that feels good for you, or you can hold it in a little lifted tabletop position. Yeah, take 2 breaths. And one more breath. Release knees down, relax the feet, press back, child's pose. Give yourself 3 breaths right here. Encourage those hips to sink down a little bit more. Imagine there's 2 magnets, a magnet on your hips, your glutes, and a magnet on the heels. And boy, are they trying to attract to each other. Feel that pull, that connection. Take one more breath. And out. Okay, we're gonna do something funky, and we're gonna do it for 30 seconds. And however you do it, it's fine. We're gonna press ourselves up, tabletop position. We're gonna tuck those toes. And what we're gonna do is you are gonna let your heels drop over to the right, and you're gonna drop that right hip down, and you're gonna extend that left leg or right leg off to the left side. So we should look like a kind of a funky break dancer. And then we'll come back to center, and then we'll drop our heels to the left, right arm lifts, left leg kicks to the right. Come back to center, and you can drop those hips down, touching down, a little extra core. You can go a little faster. And we're just moving, oh, let me look at my clock. Let's say you had 10 seconds already. I'll give you that. Okay, halfway through, funky break dancer. How come the alarm doesn't go on now? Moving as fast or as slow as it feels comfortable. You have about 5 seconds left. Because I'm crazy, I do it on both sides to end. Come back to center, knees, and release down into child's pose. That's a lot of strength for shoulders, a lot of mobility. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, press yourself up, tabletop. Tuck the toes, down dog. Shake out the head, yes, no. How do we find our balance? Each breath. Take that right leg, reach it up. Inhale. As you exhale, step it to the front of your mat. Now, draw the left heel to the right side. We'll come up into our warrior 2. As you come up into your warrior 2, right knee bent, stacked. I should be like a broken record for that because so many of us want to pull back. Now, if you feel like this position is too much, bring those feet in. They don't have to be so far apart. I'm 5'2". I feel like this is a pretty good distance for me. Yours might be different. Inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Look down to that left toes. Rebend that right knee. Did it lose it? Maybe. Inhale, come on back, warrior 2. Exhale, right elbow down to the knee, left arm sweeps up to the sky. Probably my favorite combination. I do it every day of my life. Feels good. Peel that left hip open. Inhale, torso comes up. Now straighten the right leg. Let those right toes go to the left side of your mat. Open up the palms. Exhale, hinge forward. You might choose to do side to side lunges here, just bending right knee, bending the left knee, shaking out the head yes and no. So we're not done with that 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 10 seconds, little preview of stuff we've been doing. Again, life is about finding balance, so notice how we've been trying to get things up and then pull it back. You always have permission to do whatever feels right for you. Take a deep breath wherever you are. Look in between your legs. Nothing is down on the mat, on the ground, right down under you. It's behind. Release the pressure. Now heel your feet together maybe once or twice. Bend those knees. We'll roll up to standing. As we roll up to standing, the right leg is going to go over to the left. Ta-da! Yeah. So from here, hands can go to hips or do anything that feels right for you. So turn to me if that's okay, just so that you'll stay on the mat itself and we have a little connection. So that left leg planted in, it's going to stay straight. Right leg is going to open to the right and you're going to sink down, toe, ball of the foot, and heel. As you come up, stand up tall. So we open and stand up tall. Open and stand up tall. So if this is too big for you, you can always get a little lighter. But the more you can sink down, the happier and the more engaged your body is going to be. We have 20 seconds left. Press into the heel. You know what's coming. Our 15 seconds will come. But notice how you get through each one of these intervals. You get through, you test your body, you push it. 2, 1, come back to center. Now open it up. Sink down as low as you can, hands in front, palms down. We're going to pulse it out. Pulse, just 2 inches up and down. Weight is in the heel, the ball of the foot. Relax the jaw and the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall, feet come together. Weird release. Toes go back to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, walk them forward. Plank. Holding in plank, 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Knees to earth or not. High plank, low plank. Halfway down or all the way down. Anchor hips, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, either up dog or cobra. And exhale, we'll find ourselves in our downward facing dog. We just find ourselves there, like we got lost. And now we're found. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. What do you need to let go of? Inhale, that left leg reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, step it to the front of your mat. Move it into the center as you drop that right heel to the left and come on up to our warrior 2. Notice the difference between right to left side. Mic's on, we're good. Breathe. Gaze can go forwards or backwards. Flip the left hand up to the sky. Inhale, sweep it up. Inhale, come on back, warrior 2. Exhale, left elbow down, right arm sweeps up to the front of your mat. You can draw that right shoulder back like you're leaning against a wall. Relax those left toes, drop those hips down. Knee can stack a little bit better that way. Draw those abs in. Inhale, torso comes up. Now straighten that left leg, toes to the right. Deep breath in. Exhale, hinge forward. As you come down, maybe smile at yourself. Smile at your own strength. Sometimes what's hard for us is movement. Sometimes what's hard for us is stillness. When we're still, the mind wanders. The mind thinks more and more. The monkey mind. What is it that you turn away from? And maybe in this practice, we honor it just a little bit more. Thank you for teaching me a lesson, monkey mind. It just gives you that opportunity to soften it. It becomes a source of compassion and empathy rather than something that we need to fix. Because there's nothing that you need to fix. It's that you need to embrace. Bend those knees, toe heel maybe once or twice if you need to. We'll roll up to standing. So once we're up, take that left foot, step it towards the right. So you should be at the back of your mat. I switched just to make this easier so you can see what I'm doing and you're not just staring at my butt. Hands to hips or whatever feels great for you. That left leg is going to open. You sink down, and then we're going to step left foot in. So we drop down and step it in. I'll look at my clock. I'll never get it to do the timing again. Isn't that the joy of technology? Something that happens once, I'm like, oh, that was like a little, like, I can see the possibility of it. Press into the heel, stand up tall, really squeeze that glute as you come up. Notice how you land this foot, toe, ball of the foot, and heel. Soft little landing. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Time for one more. Come back in. Now step it out. Sink down. 15 seconds starts now. Small little pulse. Up and down, hands forward. Find that strength within that left leg. Embrace it. You have 5 seconds left. That's it. 5 seconds. We can do this. All right. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press to come up. Feet come together. Close your eyes for a second. Is your heart beating faster? Hopefully it's beating. Embrace that. All toes are going to turn to the front of your mat. On your inhale, circle, sweep arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins, halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the earth. Walk your hands forward. Last time, we did a lot of these push-ups. Maybe this might not be for you today. Maybe you drop down onto knees. It's all good. I usually have about 2 in me, and then I'm like, knees are where it's at. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come on down. Inhale to your cobra or up dog, squeezing those glutes, relax the neck, the head, the shoulders. And exhale, down dog. Now walk your feet in front of your mat, cross your ankles, and sit down onto your glutes. Or just come down onto your glutes, any way that feels right for you. As you do this, we're going to let the soles of our feet come together. The knees are going to open to the wide sides of our mat, Baddha Konasana. If you have 2 blocks, you might ask for a little bit of help right here. Notice if you need that support. Sometimes, and I've said this from now until forever, sometimes we see support as a sign of weakness, but no. What it is a source of you going deep inside. Finding that support can bring us to a different place. And maybe that place is freedom. Within that kind of boundary, that confinement that we put ourselves in, where we think we only do it alone. And that's why we do it here together. Here together. So know if you ever have questions about coming into the studio, Like, we're always available to answer any questions you might have if you're nervous. Because this world is unpredictable. Even if you just want someone to reach out to, send us a line. Make sure you drop a line, a message within Facebook, within Instagram, so that you feel a little bit more connected even when we're apart. Final 2 breaths, I encourage you just to hinge forward. See what that feels like. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. I find as I get older, I'm 40, turning 41, I find it's harder to ask for help. But it's something we all need. Slowly coming on up nice and being very compassionate to the body. Let those knees come together. Just move those blocks over. Hands go behind the back. You're just going to drop the knees over to the right. Maybe get a little mini adjustment in that lower back. And then lift it up and drop them over to the left. Internal, external rotation. One more time. Drop them over to the right. And drop them over to the left. I think that's our 5th type of twist that we've done today, which is kind of funky. And it all happens in different places within the body. Grab onto the backs of those knees and start to lower down onto your back. You can curl those knees into the chest. So talking about balance, we're going to work on some push-pull action. So get into this little reverse tabletop position. Your hands are going to go to the front of your thighs. We've done this before in my class where you push the hands into the thighs, thighs into the hands. I want you to hold that here for a second. And then I want you to extend the arms and legs, keeping them lifted. Exhale, knees into chest, hands push into those thighs for 4, 3, 2, 1. And extend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into chest, press, push as hard as you can. Find that relationship. 2, 1, and extend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Press that lower back into the mat. Relax the neck, head, shoulders, and extend. And then pull it in. Last 2. And extend. Last 1, knees in, press, and extend. And then knees into chest, grab on, let them rock. Find some opening within the lower back, circle out the ankles, head can rock from left to right. And then soles of the feet are going to come down towards your mat. Knees are bent, hands by your hips, palms down. We're going to find some bridges. 30, 15, 10. So 30 seconds, we'll start now. We lift them up, we lower them down. Lift and lower. So this is your opportunity to either go as slow and with as much deliberate motion, or maybe go a little faster. See if you can squeeze into it just a little bit more. Pressing into the heels. We engage our hamstrings, lots of H's, our glutes. Keep it going. You have 7 seconds left. Oh no, my clock went. 3, 2, there we go, and 1. Let those hips lift up. 15 seconds of that 2-inch pulse start now. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Find that little tight squeeze. You have 7 seconds left. You can do it. We can do anything for 7 seconds, but now it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Squeeze, engage, squeeze those inner thighs. Our last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Let those knees rock side to side. Have a block ready, so just have it ready and prepped just for a little bit later. We're going to use that right ankle and we're going to bring it on top of the left thigh, finding a hip opening stretch, our figure 4. And you might encourage with that block to just press open the right knee and hip, never having any tension within the actual joint of the knee. So if it feels like too much, pull back. You have to advocate for yourself, advocate for your own body. And then we'll, keeping that cross, hug the legs into the chest. I invite you to close your eyes. Head can rock side to side. Isn't it funny that 5-10 minutes ago, our heart was racing, our body was moving, and now there's stillness. From breath to breath, we have that opportunity to increase or pull back. And when it feels like we're at the top of the mountain and our heart is just pumping so hard, know on the other side there's that crest, the view, and that downward slope. Everything is temporary. But what you make out of life is to see those temporary situations and make the most out of them. To see the beauty from within each breath, even through the challenge, even through the sweat. Release that left foot down. We'll switch to the other side. So drop right foot down. Left ankle crosses on top of the right thigh. Now again, you could use that block. Help to just press open the right hip. That pulls the femur, that's the bone in your upper thigh, away from the lower back, away from the hip. Can create a lot of space. Maybe that's just what we need in this life, is a little bit more space, a little bit more freedom. If and when you're ready, you can keep that cross, hug the legs into the chest. For so many of us, we think that the world revolves around us, and quite frankly, it does. My world, I see from my own vision, how things affect me, how I affect other things. But when we see the challenges and when we feel those challenges, we sympathize and empathize with what it's like for others to feel those things too. And that's a beautiful thing. To know that life is bigger than this little spectrum. Release the right foot down, uncross the left. Now take that block that I asked for earlier, lift those hips up and bring them underneath your sacrum. And that's the space that's underneath the lower back, but above the glutes. And then once you feel comfortable there, once you feel established, start to lift those feet up to the sky. I encourage you, if you want to feel something that is on a magnitude that we can't quite wrap our brains around, I encourage you to just go on YouTube and look up the scale of outer space. So many of these videos start off and it shows you, Pluto, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Earth, the rocky planets, planetoid, Pluto, poor guy, goes to these gas giants. And it's like 500 million Earths could fit inside of Jupiter. And it gets bigger and bigger, and you see Sirius A, and you see these stars that I have no idea how to pronounce, and you can't see how small Earth is compared to those big things. And then you see these massive black holes that are even bigger than those stars. You see the Cat's Eye Nebula. You start to see how big these things are, and you remember how small we are, and it's liberating. Your job here is to live life. Your job here is to enjoy, to be kind, to make the most out of what it is that you want to make the most out of. So what do you plan on doing today with each breath? Just live. Drop your feet down to the ground. Remove your block. Hug those knees into the chest. And then just drop them over to the right side. When you look at space, it starts to look like it's like these threads. When you pull back far enough, it starts to look like a cell inside of a human. It blows my mind every time. I hope it always does. Why are we here? I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to embrace what I can embrace. Let those knees lift, and we'll drop them over to the other side, just finding a twist that feels right for you. Take a deep breath in. Just let that breath flow out of you. Let it go. Slowly taking those knees and drawing them back to the chest, maybe coming into a happy baby for a moment. Grabbing onto the soles of the feet, if that feels okay and right for you. Know that this is an option. And when you're ready, taking your time to let the body release into your Shavasana. Something in me is being pulled out at the roots, thrashed on the ground, the tender parts bared, beaten, left to dry and blow away like so much chaff. Something is dying. The clear sky of mind is obscured by cloud and illusion. The moon neither rises nor sets now, and the debts of a lifetime demand payment. This is when faith is tested. The choice to discredit what I know and crawl into a hole of my own making will leave me bereft of any consolation. To be present is the only path worth taking. To acknowledge light is not denying darkness. But oh, how hard it is to recall there is a choice, a chance to ask for strength and grace. And in asking, there is the subtlest of shifts, an opening, nearly imperceptible, an opening to receive. There is one ray of light, and then more. I open the door and I take a deep breath, and I begin another day. Donna falls. Take a deep breath in. And let that breath go. And another deep breath in and out. And start to take some time to move, to wiggle, to let the head rock side to side. Maybe creating some movement within the body or staying here in Shavasana as long as you need to. Encourage your body, if and when you're ready, to roll over onto one side or the other. And then use that top hand to press yourself up to seated. As you come up to seated, keeping those eyes closed, bringing one hand onto your heart and the other one onto your belly. Let the belly be soft. Let the heart lean into the tenderness, into that type of vulnerability, into the strength it takes to just be who you are. Thank you so much for joining me here today, for showing up as you are and being who you are. May you go into this world to embrace each moment, to just breathe, to be, to experience. For life is all around you. It's all around us. I'd like to close our practice with the sound of Om. So first take a cleansing breath. Let's inhale and exhale. Inhale. All that I am, all of me, bows to every little single part in you. Namaste. So thank you. Have a good day. Be well. And hopefully we'll see you in the studio. Please message us with anything and everything that you have questions on.